look at the sky, in the daytime we don't see any stars or moon or celestial objects. We can see some clouds and the sky beyond. And at the night the stars are coming, moon is coming. There are millions and millions of celestial objects there. These celestial objects, where are they coming from? I asked this question actually. This was a question which I have been asking when I was a small child. And then this question was on always in me. And I was 35 years old, I got the answer, suddenly. So, standing in that understanding that came to me, I will answer the question. So, this question came. From where all the celestial objects appear? I understood, that particular night I understood that it comes from there. Until that time, whenever I was putting this question, the answer was something with the support of some kind of science. But that day when I asked the question, the answer came like this. From where? Answer, from there. And then another question came to me. If at all it goes one day somewhere, or finish it all, where will it go? The answer immediately came to me. There itself. So I have seen there is something which never comes, never goes, always there. And there is something which comes, exists and goes. And so what is that? When I was looking at it, I have seen that the sky, which is always there, which never comes, never goes. So many celestial objects are coming on top of that, existing on it, withdrawing, leaving the sky again. So when I understood, oh, then there is something which is not coming and not going. And that is it. I have seen this. That was followed by a lot of experience, personal experience, which I don't want to describe here. And there is this, it is beyond the space. The sky is not space. We start to see the space in sky due to the objects. Between two objects, we see the space. If there is no two objects, there is no space. The space, you cannot say space. So the objects makes the space. Otherwise, there is no space. Then when you look into your body, you can see the same thing. Here we take the support of the science. Our body is composed of a lot of compounds. The compounds are made up of elements. Elements, I mean chemical elements. And then these elements are made up of atoms. If you go a little more deeper into it, and you go further deeper with the support of the science, that it will be understood that the atom is a pack of energy. Atom is a pack of energy. So in that level, it is only energy. So energy is happening there, like proton, neutron, positron, neutrino, so many subatomic levels are there. These subatomic levels are coming up, existing, and it's going. It's happening everywhere. And then it withdraws. And so where it is happening in a background. I cannot use the word in a background because with respect to the vibration, you can find a background. Otherwise, there is no background actually. It is like that. See, it is so difficult to explain with language because I wanted to explain the unexplainable, and there my language fails terribly. But I understand understand the limitation of the language, and I am trying to feel it. So what is there in my body? My body is only some electric impulses, full of impulse, where it is happening in a space. With respect to the moment, you see the space. Otherwise, it is only emptiness. In the emptiness, something is moving all the time. That made me as I am. Everything in this world is like this. So we see the relative reality based on these two ideas of time and space, then also cause and effect. That's the third idea. Everything is existing on space, time, cause and effect. This is how we see these things. But it requires something beyond, and that beyond is considered as the witness, which is neither space, neither time, nor cause or effect. It is beyond. So in that level, when my body is completely made of subatomic particles and vibrations of charges, and that is extending, the space is extending. I'm using the word space, but I don't mean space. I have no other words. And you understand that I cannot use any word. I'm struggling to find this out. There is no word which I can use, but I have to use a word to communicate something now. So this space, I use the space, but it is not space. And that silence, I can use the word silence, that permeates. And it is extending from me to everything that is there in this world, to this computer, to my switch on my table, on my chair, and it extended from here, from the walls, the trees outside and atmosphere, and it passes through you who is sitting in Chennai. And in that respect, when you start to feel that there is only one and there is no two, it's an impossibility to have a second thing. It's only one. In that wholeness, some vibrations are happening. And these vibrations gives the idea of space and time and cause and effect. There, we create a world in this way, and we live that world. And the created world comes into being, existing and withdrawing. Beyond, it is always there. Never comes, never goes, it always remains. So then I come to the second part of the question. When you meditate, you get into if you are deeply meditating, you transcend the barriers of time and space and get into that witness. When you get into that witness, actually there is no space, there is no time. And there is no body also in your awareness. You transcend the awareness, which is very subjective awareness, into an unlimited awareness. Thereby you start to feel, I am the whole. You have expanded to the maximum possible because you are the universe. You are full. There is no limitation. And so, as a meditation experience, a meditator may see sometimes that he is expanding, which is an illusion actually. And then, by course of time, you may transcend the time and space that you start to feel, I am the whole. There ends the story. At any time it can happen. It is not it is not the process that you're doing takes you there. It simply happens. But we are creating an atmosphere for that, for the mind to settle. The mind is creating the time, space, and the cause and effect. And that is the beautiful thing with the mind. The mind is not a bad thing. It is a wonder, actually. The mind creates great wonders here. And beyond the wonder, there is nothing. It is nothing, actually. I'm not different from you. You're not different from me in that level of awareness. Even if you're sitting in United States or in Italy or Germany or in India, or we are sitting in many places now. But that is actually an illusion. We are not sitting anywhere. We are the silence. And that will ever remain as it is. When you get into that awareness, then there is no need for your mind to exist, and the mind withdraws, and you remain as the background. And that's called the Moksham, liberation. And on the way, a lot of experience will come to the meditator. We are on the way. A lot of experience will come. Sometimes you may feel you are expanding beyond. Maybe your body is expanding so much. Sometimes you forget the body and feel that you are the universe and you pulsate in the middle core of the universe. And you are the heart of the universe in that experience. And your body is the universe itself. A lot of beautiful experience like that will come. These are all created by the mind. So we will not get astrayed by the illusions created by the mind. On the other hand, the mind can create a really strong panicking sensations, withdrawal sensations, and desperations, and all kinds of things the mind can create. But when you are becoming the observer of what the mind is doing, you remain as the witness, and you see the game that is played by the mind. And then you understand that this is an illusion. The reality is the oneness that's going on. There is no division, there is no fragmentation. You are the all at all times. You never come, never goes. You're always here. And what is birth and death to you? You never come, you never go. What is birth and death to you? Nothing. You are not being born, or you are never born, and you are never dead. You are the all at all times. And this, when you get it, then you have no doubts. All your doubt, including the mind, drops. So many experiences like that may come up on the way, but don't try to analyze these experiences. Don't try to make any judgments on it, just to feel what the mind is showing. That's all. All the miracles that is going to happen in your meditative life is nothing. Is nothing. It's just a trapping illusion. And then maybe you understand, it's nothing. But it is fascinating to see all these kinds of manifestations that your mind is doing. So in that way, the world is a wonder. You're not negating the world, you're just accepting and seeing what the world as created by your mind is showing. Just accepting it. When you accept, the interesting thing is you're not making analysis, you're not making any judgments. You simply accept it is like that. If you go for analysis and judgments, then it takes another route. So whatever happens in your meditation, many experiences will come. Wonderful experience may come. Panicking sensations may come. You just watch it, see it, that's all. There is nothing more you need to attach with the experience that's happening on your meditation. It may say that, you are on the right path. You are concentrated. That's all, nothing more. So if paranormal possibilities or something happens on your way, it's normal thing. It's nothing very special or anything. Otherwise, you will be trapped by all these kinds of illusions. So this experience which you said, you just watch. Clearly watch. If you clearly watch, we understand. When I say watch, your mind, you split the mind. A part of the mind creates all these things. Another part is watching what it is doing. It's not the witness which is watching. In the beginning, the mind splits into two, and one part of the mind watches, the acting mind. And as the mind is under surveillance by the mind, it cannot do anything after some time. It drops. When it drops, what remains is the reality. It is called reality because it never comes, never goes, always there. Mind comes, mind goes. Experiences come, experiences go. So you'll be very, very stable in whatever happens. And that's the state of witnessing. So you'll not be numbed by the panicking sensations that comes on your way, because you know you're not affected by that. And pleasant experience that come will not carry you somewhere else. Both will be equal. You just see. This is what a practitioner can do. You simply see. And that is it. Thank you.